Hello, Omen Storm here. Welcome back to more Wavetale, or I suppose just the load screen of Wavetale right now. I figured that this was gonna take a short while to load in and I could talk about some of the stuff I wanted to talk about before the game fully loaded in. So, this should be the second episode that is going up, and this series will be going up after Ty the Tasmanian Tiger to Bush Rescue is finished. Now, some of you may be wondering where the third game is. Well, I was recording the third game alongside this, and ultimately, I decided that I'm not going to go and record the third game of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I am instead going to save that to be one of the games I play when I get back to streaming. So that's where the Tasmanian Tiger 3 is for anybody who is wondering. Now, eh, I don't necessarily know that anybody who's interested in that might be tuning into this, so if I see questions about where it is and such and whatnot, I will still like go and make a YouTube post, but I did want to go and like say my thoughts on that here real quickly before getting into this game. But yeah, that's where that's at, and I'm gonna try and finish recording this game before I go and just stop recording stuff. I have a few days left of recording possibly, but I have a bunch of other stuff that needs to be taken care of as well, and this game keeps giving me the little loading icon in from my cursor, and it makes me nervous that it's going to crash. Oh, well.
Oh.
Uh,
Huh?
okay, so
Ah.
yeah, we went over this dialogue right at the end of the last episode. I had to double check it for just a brief moment. Okay, let's get everything not grumpy at me. And we'll head over. You know what? Why haven't I found the one stethoscope yet? That's something that just occurred to me. Is that something that I would find on an island like this? And yes, I am getting slightly distracted real quick, but it's not going to like cause any problems, I wouldn't think. We have the walls of bloom out here, and actually this is kind of a nice little island. I like this little island. But yeah, we'll get back to going and exploring the towers like we're actually supposed to. Hopefully I'll come across that stethoscope I need. Whoa, ooh, that cloud. Those clouds are awesome. Love that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to end up saying that I love a lot of stuff about the environment, in part because the environment in this game is just so freaking amazing. Everything looks gorgeous. It looks neat. But let's go ahead, get up here. Hopefully I haven't forgotten any of the controls. Is that a chest of some nature that I see over here? No, it's just a barrel. I love how these towns are set up, and the game audio is... Oh dear goodness, I just now noticed how loud that is. Well, hopefully that's not going to be an issue for the future. Well, I guess it would be an issue for the past. I would have to... There we go. Now I finally managed to find out how I need to hit that. but it'll end up being an issue for me having to like go and check the first game and see how the audio balances for that. Or not first game, the first recording. Oh dear, what happened to me? It all went black and then... Who are you? Oh, I'm Sigrid, Doris's granddaughter. Doris? Haven't seen her here in a long time. What's she been up to the last 15 years? She's been keeping busy. Am I wrong in assuming you came here without the help of a boat? Most peculiar. I'm not going to ask about it since it's not my business, but maybe you could help me. I was looking for some things for my son when the gloom hit. He's busy working the spark transmitter, you see, and sent me to collect 4 hammers, one for each of our hands to speed up the process. Is that really practical? Oh, I'm no handyman myself. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Could you please help me? Well, my phone just went off and it is currently muted in like every setting I can possibly mute it on. So, I'm just gonna have to deal with that, I suppose. Oh. It always gets to me having my phone go off during a recording or a stream. Especially since sometimes it will like go and properly mute and stay muted, and other times it will just go and sound off even if everything is muted. And it's not like it's going off because it's some like security or urgent thing. Like the ping I just heard, there's one of 2 things that ping could have been. It could have been a text message, which is non-urgent, or it could have been a Discord message, which is non-urgent. And I don't understand why my phone's just like, yeah, we're gonna let this go through. Like, I can understand the various like emergency notifications still going through, if that makes sense. But like the random Discord and text message notifications that are set to not have a sound in the first place because I don't like loud noises coming from my phone to start with. And yeah, it's a slight frustration. Oh dear goodness, does this look odd. And ooh, we have a journal off on this one, so let's go grab that. Do we have anything of a similar nature for any of these? No, not that I can tell. So whoa, that almost didn't work out well. Okay, that feels super funky trying to do that. And I should totally be able to make that. But why do I not trust myself to be able to make it without using that? Okay, that's awesome. I love how that went and moved about. And then I can just like safely glide back down here. I love this so much. The way the things in this work are interesting. I'm not going to say that they're sensical, but whoa. New enemy with a new attack pattern. That's awesome. Oh, it's also really durable too. Ooh, this looks interesting to try and figure out some stuff here. And I saw what looked like something fall behind me, but I guess I'm just seeing things. Ooh, the fish looks good. And maybe, I'd say maybe they're cooking them, but I don't think that's correct. This, I feel like I need to head down before I head up. So let's test that theory out. Now, knowing my luck, the theory is going to be very incorrect, but I can still try and test it. And it just kind of occurred to me what sort of like things I could be missing in those places. Ooh, boxes. I can't break boxes. So what do we have all the way down here? turn that on and we have a friend here.
Oh.
Patricia, Lucas? Oh, my family. They were right here. I'm sure they were. What happened?
Oh.
I heard the dirty paws are back. We need to defend ourselves, just like Mayor Clout says. So I went to get my axe to protect us. Looks like it won't be possible for me to get it now. Oceans, I've lost so much already, and Clout says my contribution is essential to this community. Do you think you can help, please? I just don't know what to do anymore. Sure, I think I might be able to help. Oh! Huh, we have some of those guys wandering about here. I would have thought that things would have been locked if there was one of them wandering about down here. I love all these little stalls and such. Oh, and we've got one of you guys out here. Oh, we actually have some of the little sparks around too. Interesting. Can I go lock onto that and move up? I can. Oh, we have stuff like going around the outside too. That's so cool. I wonder if there's... No, doesn't really look like there's anything super special going on outside here, but I can go over and get this little spark here. And let's head back through here and head back inside. And then consider how the heck we're supposed to make our way back up. Oh. That went much differently than I thought it would. Okay, wow. That was cool, but very unexpected. And I'm still looking for the axe. I'm also... Oh, I apparently found 4 hammers without realizing that I found 4 hammers. Okay. Though, I still have to go find the stethoscope, I think, which is a slight challenge. We know how to get back up here quickly, so I'm gonna go turn these in over here. It does seem like I start to fall at a faster rate the further, well, not the further, but the longer I go with that. You can get out here. Let's go talk to our friend in here. Oh, that's 4 hammers you have there. Morris will be so happy. It's lucky he's more practical than me. However, if you ever need any advice on your financial investments, I'm your guy. Oh. And we've got a bunch of little mini sparks going loose. That did not at all launch me where I thought it was going to launch me. Oh dear goodness. I thought it was like going to launch me up onto that, and it's tried to, it seems like. Didn't work in the end, but it tried. Oh, I see one of those things is active inside here. Can I use that to go up inside this tower, maybe? I wonder. If so, I'm gonna try that. We also have some stuff down here. A little tent that's kind of been made down here. I wonder if we're gonna find another person in here or not. Well, I suppose that we'll probably end up finding the mayor all the way at the top. Oh, I hear you making noise at me. And, okay, we can hit that Whoa! Hello there. You are certainly making some motions. Wow, you caught me off guard. We still have to find the axe and the stethoscope. And I don't truly know where I could find either of those, if I'm being perfectly honest. We've got another one of the little sparks to grab right there, and then go fly up here, and that launches us to that one, but I'm going to skip getting that one for just the moment. Well, using that one for just the moment. We have like little things of gloom coming off of these, but I can't like hit them and do anything about it, so okay, now I can go and use that from all the way down here. Oh, and some more enemies. We can take care of them real quick. Jump up here. Do we have anything of note up here other than some of these guys? No, not really. Glide on over to here and glide once more. There we go. And jump on up. Aha. Anything of interest around here? No, not that I can see. I suppose that we could make it over to the top of that now. Ooh, that actually seems like where we're wanting to go. Oh, I see some markers for enemies, so we'll want to deal with those in a moment, but I also see this journal right here, so I'm gonna go grab that. I feel like I should be reading the journals, but I think I might just leave that for like you guys to go check out on your own, because I do like trying to leave things in games for you guys to go find on your own, just so you'll go get the game and support the developers and such too. Clemens? Clemens? Roaring Rapids, where am I? Who are you? I'm Sigrid, and you are? Miss Clout at your service. Clout? Like the mayor?
Oh.
That's correct, darling. He's my precious little boy.
Oh.
You must know this place then. I'm looking for something called a sparkcaster. I need it to get the rig field to... I need it to get to the rig field to find, well, your son.
Oh.
Really? You'll save him from the gloom? If we can make it to the rig field, yeah. Well, this is the caster right here. They're remnants from the war, you know? Used to protect us from the paws. Please find my son. He went out there to protect his people. He needs someone to protect him as well. There you have it, Rigfield East. Please find Clemens for me, girl. He's all I have left. But be careful, there have been sightings of a giant shadow under the water surface. And I've seen enough in my life to not wave that off as nonsense. So let's... I no longer have the side quest for the stethoscope. Huh.
Fry me for an oyster. It worked! Quick, let's get going.
I'll catch up to you. Oh, and I met the mayor's mother.
Cordelia? Oh, she and her husband ran the Dandelion. Worked closely with them for years.
You, what an awful taste. Thank you, that was horrible, but at least... Okay, so... That's
The Rigfield
a
drills
repeat.
at work used to be a sight to behold, bringing up weave rock day and night. We heard their thumping all the way to the plaza, like a rhythmic lullaby.
How does it work? I mean, how did you get the sparks out of the weave rock?
It's a complicated process, dear. Simply put, the weave rock was fed into an untangler. Sparks and gloom were carefully separated, and then the sparks went right into the belly of the dandelion, providing the whole city with energy.
What about the gloom?
Oh, we got rid of that. The gloom kept the sparks safe underground, but then it was superfluous. No use for the shell once you've cracked the egg. Of course, when those blasted paws blew up the dandelion, all the gloom still in the reservoirs ended up all over Strandville. And now it seems that lowlife found a way to weaponize it.
It sounds like what's going on with the gloom is kind of their own fault right now, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. But maybe I was just misunderstanding what was being said. I'm not 100% certain. Okay, so I somehow still haven't found the axe. I don't know where I might find the axe, admittedly. I would have thought that would have seen it, but oh well. Oh, thank you. Say, aren't you Iris's girl? I knew Iris. You look a lot like her. Yeah, I am. Do I really?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Oh, sweet brave Iris. I miss her a lot. To be honest, she was my first ever crush. The way she refused to back down once she had put her mind to something, it just spoke to me. I miss her a lot. I never really knew her, but I miss her too. And we got more of those little sparks, and I I'd like to go and search for the axe, but I don't know where I might find it, and at this point we're kind of falling behind on other stuff, so let's go running back through here and such and keep going. Can I go and snag onto that one? No? Oh, there we go. Ooh. I really do love just moving around with how this is. The movement is very not well, like I had said in the last one, the movement is very fluid, which is kind of humorous with all the water about, but it it works well, it makes sense, and it's very enjoyable to go and play around with. And it has a nice pace to it as well, and oh, I feel like I have fallen behind where I should be now. Oh. Well, I suppose it's not called gloom for nothing. This is dark. Uh, I could see how it would like give a gloomy feel to it and such. And you've got the smog being like spewed out of those and whatnot.
Shrimps and lobsters, what is happening here?
Those towers are huge and kind of creepy.
Creepy? Ah, they're just machines built to keep this city running.
They're just so intimidating.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, the towers. It's very odd. The towers. These towers don't really seem any different, but for some reason whereas the other ones kind of felt. I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it. Oops, that didn't work like I was intending it to. So while the other places we've been so far all kind of felt like they belonged
Grandma,
and
it's
such.
the barge again. Are they following us? What are they spraying?
Nothing you should get close to, that's for sure. Whatever the mayor is doing here, it seems to have sparked their interest. Let's hurry.
But where was that train of thought going? Oh, yeah, while the others all kind of feel proper and natural, for some reason the things here just don't feel right. And that might be the lighting, it might be how they're laid out. I'm not 100% certain.
Potions! What a... You're the one who... Oh. I am in your debt, miss. They took us completely by surprise.
They?
The dirty bars, dear. Back yet again. Sprayed that horrid gas all over us. Must be how they control the gloom. It seems our work here is even more urgent than we thought.
You're Mr. Clout then? They worry about you back at the plaza. Asked us to check if you're okay.
Oh, very sweet of them. And I'm quite all right, thank you. But as their mayor, I simply must take some risks. The people of Strandville come first, not me. Oh, Andy,
Yes, sir.
where are the others?
I'm sorry, sir. It seems like they're all gone.
What a shame. They were brave men.
So this is where you're hiding, Clemens. You idiots started the drills?
Difficult times mean difficult choices, Doris.
But drilling for Weave Rock in this day and age? And with no experience at that? The repercussions
We
could be...
have no choice. Everyone who used to have experience is long gone. My dear Doris, do you remember what Stranville used to be? The avenues of the plaza. The orchids growing in the night orchard.
Only fools linger in the past, I always say.
Indeed. We cannot dwell in bygone days, but it would be foolish not to learn from them. You know as well as I what the Paws are capable of, and what they took away from us. We must protect our young.
So what do you plan to do?
Shoot that dirty Paws out of the sky once and for all. We're building a weapon.
A weapon?
Powered by sparks. How does it work?
Are you interested in helping? I wanted to ask you, but people kept saying that you haven't had much interest in the outside world ever since...
I'm interested in protecting my home. Now show me those blueprints.
Oh, but of course. Andy?
Not good enough.
What do you mean?
What I said. It's not good enough. What does this do?
Well...
Does this mean you'll join our team, Doris? We sure could use your expertise.
I'd even go as far as to say you couldn't do without it. I'll take these.
Probably just some little detail to adjust.
Granny, look!
What on earth? Of course. That behemoth of theirs. It's messing with the drills. Sigrid, get to the emergency switch. Shut this down before things get worse.
That's so interesting. It kind of looks like it's feasting off of the
Don't budge.
smog.
The drills must be set to manual overload. The relief valves are all the way up on the rigs. There's no way we'll get to them. This is what happens when you meddle with things you don't know anything about.
Wait, I think I can see a way up there.
You completely lost it? Siggy, we need to get out of here.
What if it follows us to the plaza? Sparks, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I have to admit, there's an interesting dynamic between Sigrid and her grandmother. And like, I understand Sigrid's grandmother wanting to protect Sigrid, it seems like, especially since Iris has disappeared and who knows what sort of thing is going on with that. But also at the same time, it also, the remark just earlier in that cutscene about, oh, I don't stick in the past, it, so far, it might just be like a misunderstanding on my part, but Sigrid's grandmother kind of feels like the one most stuck in the past out of everybody here so far. Now, what can be said about that, I'm not 100% certain. Like, she seems to be stuck in the past, kind of the past was better and is important. And oh, no, that's not even a really good way to put it either.
Great, now you've anchored it. Just turn around and we'll get out of here.
If I can just stop the drills, it might leave. I know I can do it.
I'm not certain how I can best actually put it. Sigrid's grandmother looks or not looks, but seems like she's kind of embodying the look at the past but don't learn from it kind of. I don't want to say mentality, but characterization. No, that's not the right word, but it's, I don't have the right word that I can think of right. Whoa. That was not what I was trying. Well, I was wanting to go to that one, but I wasn't expecting to get to it like that. But yeah. Where was that? Sigurd's grandmother kind of seems like the person who is looking at the past and isn't learning from it. They're just kind of stuck there. Clout, well, Mayor Clout, he does. I'm trying to think of how to best put it. He seems like he is looking at the past, but he's not. He's also not learning from it, but he's also not stuck there like Sigurd's grandmother kind of feels like she is. Mayor Clout feels like he's looking at the past to try and learn from it, but he's learning the wrong things. That's kind of the best way I can think of putting it for how it kind of feels to me. You guys might have different feelings about the matter, but that's just kind of how I'm feeling with what I've seen so far. And let's go take care of you. Is that the off switch? It is.
Pressure has stabilized. The emergency switch should be functional again. It's going for the relief vents. It's gonna tear down the tower.
Oh? Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting. It's kind of interesting what it is doing nonetheless, and wow, I didn't actually expect to make that.
Why did they leave?
They fed that monster enough. The question is, what happens when they're back?
It's not just the gloom. That spray, it controls those monsters as well. That's horrifying.
If you had been around during the war, then you would have known true horror. We won't let this stop us. Let's head back to Plaza. The tourist told me you were in need of some sparks.
I feel like we don't have, well, we definitely don't have the full story. We have one side of the story. I really am curious what the full story with the Dirty Paws
Deep
is.
breaths, my darling. The waves are crashing. We are still far from shore. Know that I've got you. It's what my mom used to sing to me when I woke up with nightmares.
Well then. But yeah, I feel like there's gonna be something more to what's going on. And I honestly just have this suspicion. I always hate like making guesses in games for when I'm streaming a game or recording a game, because it's like if I'm wrong, then it's fine. But if I end up being right, then I've had people get annoyed with just, oh, well, you went and spoiled it early on. It's like, I wasn't trying to spoil it. I made a guess based off of like certain bits and such that seem like foreshadowing. Like, I have a thought for what's gone on with Iris. Now, I'm not gonna say it now, but I do have a thought. Oh, you found my axe. Thank you. I feel terrible that you should need to help a grown man like me. Trisha always knew what to do. I feel so lost without her and the boy. I just want to go back to how it was, before everything sank, when there were trees and flowers everywhere, and before the dirty paws destroyed everything. Yeah, everyone has a negative view of the dirty paws, but the more that there's this like huge negative to it without knowing the other side, the more I have trouble just going, yeah, I can understand. Well, I've lost track of that train of thought. It's just hard for me to go and immediately just... Ooh, actually, I don't remember seeing that color before. I actually really like that color. So I suppose, yeah, we've definitely unlocked some more stuff because I don't recall seeing some of this stuff before. And I know several of my friends are going to ask for it if I show them this for like early stuff. Oops. I wanted to go and equip that stuff. Now how do I go and like actually let it have me equip that? Okay, let's try this again. Where? Okay, come on, let me go equip it. There. I got distracted by that, and now my train of thought really is just gone with no hope of recovery. There you have it, Miss Gagarak. Morris here has rerouted most of our power reserves to your island and the lighthouse. Don't worry about the plaza. We'll make do with what little remains. We've been through hard times before, and we all know we can only succeed when each of us does what we can.
Oh.
Alright, Siggy. I need to start revising these blueprints. Stat. You go ahead and start transmitting the power. Just follow the spark cable. We'll reconvene back home. And where does... Oh, this is going to be fun trying to follow this. It feels odd trying to follow this, and this is actually making me... Oh, I've lost track of that cable. Darn it. But, this is making me think a bit of one of the levels in the very first Jak and Daxter game. And I want to have commentary, but I feel like if I keep my commentary up, I'm going to lose... Yeah, I end up like losing track of it right about here, and that keeps getting to me. Okay, I see more of it. Is it going to this tower? No, it's... Is it not going? Oh my goodness. No, it should be going to this tower, right? I don't freaking know. If I hit... No, that's not doing anything. Was there like something back at the top for me to hit? I don't really know. Oh dear goodness. This is maybe the first puzzle for this that I actually don't like. Oh wait, I can go land somewhere else. But I don't like it just simply because that actually is kind of hard to go follow in the water. So hitting that is not what I want to hit. And well, I see a thing on that, so I will try heading towards... Well, you know what? Now this feels like it might make sense. I'm just being dumb. So let's try heading this way. Yeah, I see. I'm not paying enough attention to stuff, obviously. I had made a remark about needing to follow markers like this so I could more easily keep track of stuff. And then I go and forget to follow the markers to go keep track of stuff. And you know what? We're going pretty we're going pretty long for this, and I've gone and gotten myself lost and confused. So we'll hit that switch, and I think we'll actually go ahead and call this to an end for right now. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed the content I make, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching this. And I hope to see you again in a future video or stream.